a stride with drive. And run up that money, I can't waste no time. I do this for Jay, do no line. They steady be dissing, I ain't gon' respond.
Can I say something real quick? All right. Welcome to the Confessions of a Convict. Yo, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. This is the very first interview that we're going to have. And the special guest that we have, I refer to lovingly as Be Original. We have a lot of history together, but the government and the world knows him as Robert Kent. You know, I'm not really used to saying people's government, you know, that I have a past, but this is going to be a great episode, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot to say, bring a lot to the table, and give us some real pure and transparent insight about the life of an inmate and how it began. But I ain't gonna keep talking. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tell everybody your name and where you from.
First, everybody, as the good brother, as I look as being my brother, always and forever. I'm originally from West Philly. In Westfield, they call me Riz, Big R.O.B., Big Bull. Since I've been, you know, living out in the area and relocated, they call me B out here. Okay.
So tell us, so you say that you're from West Philly. You want to say exactly in West Philly? You know,
54th and Delancey, and you know, no, I don't know Fresh Prince.
Less. So what was your childhood like in West Philly? What was that like for you?
I'm gonna be truthful. My childhood, I'm gonna be truthful, man. Like, I was spoiled. And when I mean spoiled, I had mom and dad, grandmother. I had all types of clothing, everything that, you know, that a child needed, from materialistic, and not only materialistic, but spirituality. You know, I learned a lot from being a family. And as I grew as a teenager and going through the puberty, and, you know what I'm saying, I really wasn't, how can I say, I wasn't really flirted with being in the streets, or I had to be in the streets. I just wanted to be in the streets because, you know, that's what it was. I didn't need the streets. You know what I'm saying? So just to say that, you know, not to put everybody else down who probably need the streets to survive or whatever they got to do. I was just one of the lucky ones that didn't need the streets. But I got into the streets. And really, I'm not a street bull. I'm not scared to say that. I ain't got no problem rumbling you and all, but I'm not a street bull. I'm gonna just keep it a being with you. I'm not a street bull. I'm a very sociable, lovable, church-going man, father, all that. You know, I don't mind, you know, sitting on people's steps, kicking it. You know, I did wrong and right. I'm no better than nobody. I'm just not a street boy. And a lot of people have a problem of their identity, of really knowing who they are or not accepting who they are, because the world teaches you to put a mask on. This is not who you are, because I was one of them people. I had to, like my mother used to tell me, you don't have to lie to make friends. And I used to do that all the time because I wanted to be a part of something, or I wanted you to like me. I didn't even like me, but I wanted to satisfy you liking me because I'm lying to you.
Did you like school when you was coming up?
Yeah and no. And the reason why I say yeah, as I told you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I was really spoiled, man. Like, I went to a school back in North Philly called Community High, located on 4th and Lehigh. My aunt was the principal. Say less. But, you know, I went to Catholic school, St. Carthage, over there by Cobbs Creek, when the move John jumped off with Mayor Good, when they bombed that. I went to Bartram. What up, Bartram High? I went out to Bartram. I went out to Bartram Freshman Center. I went out to Middle Turner. You know, throughout Philly, I migrated through school. So, you know, not just being from West Philly, I went to a school out north when I was living on Balt Street. So I got a taste of North Philly. I got a taste of Germantown. So, you know, that helped me to grow, understand the different hoods in the city and how to migrate. All right, for mine, you know, like I said, I'm a 70s baby. So back then, nobody was really toting guns and all that. I come back when, you know, we could take the cardboard and go battle somebody off the block, or pop and locking, or I'm looking at the girls double dutching. A lot of y'all don't even know nothing about that double dutching, and I'm watching them jumping up and down with the beads in their hair, looking at their behind like, damn, I need that. So when you know, school back then was like fun. it was like, you know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. Beepers was popping and fila suits was popping and certain swag was popping. And if you felt as though you wasn't a part of that, like Meek Mills even said that, you know, the boy was losing, like, who didn't eat oodles and noodles and dressed it up. But it's like school, it was fun for me, man. It was fun. I was a shy boy. I was a chubby boy. I used to like certain women and didn't know how to come to them and all that. And then it was over I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. When I started going to Bartram, when I found my mouthpiece, touchdown, it was over. You heard what Biggie said. Once they grinned, then end game began.
Shit, so how old was you when you had your first girlfriend?
You want me to keep it a beam? You know them people you call she like my cousin, that type shit. They spending the night, and I was like the little. I'm gonna give you the bean. I'm probably like between 8 and 12. I'm already deep in packed with sex, and I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. The reason why I was deep in packed with sex because when I was living on Chester Ave, shout out to Southwest. Me and my brother was like between 2 and 5, and this used to be this thick shorty that used to live above us and shit. And when my mom and pop used to be in a bag, you know what I'm saying? That's when the manila envelopes was jumping and the powder yada was jumping and silks was popping on 52nd Street. So who wasn't doing the boogie night? But as I'm saying though, my mom and them used to cut this little shorty a check. She was like a thick little John, little around the way LL John. And like I said, me and my brother was 2 and 5, and this shorty used to, you know what I'm saying, fondle us and y'all know the rest of the story. So my world towards women got opened up from there. My curiosity grew and my appetite grew, and doing certain things and drugs and hanging around people I had no control over. So as I started getting into relationships with women, I didn't understand what a relationship was mentally. I just knew what it was physically.
Right.
Yeah, I heard a lot of women. A lot of women. Do I regret it? And don't take this as a camel hump on your back. No, I don't regret it. You know why I don't regret it? Because I learned from it. Because if I didn't go through that or put the women that I put that through, I wouldn't be with the woman that I am with today. I'm gonna say it was this girl by the name of Tanya Dunston. What's up? AKA Nookie. I was living on 1046 South 56th Street, right around the corner where the Amarosa Rose used to be. She was living on Eiffen Street. That was my first like really love. I got her pregnant. We had to get it aborted.
How old were you? How old were y'all?
Probably like 14, 15 years old. I'm gonna keep it being with you. The first time a woman really ever had my heart, I was probably like 18 years old. I was living on 54th and Delancey, but it was this old head drawing, may her rest in peace. Her name was Earlene Brown. She was living on Old Sage. And I seen this thickness walking down, and I said, I need that. Now, mind you, I'm in my bag back then. That's when we were selling the New Jack City drugs. You already know what I'm talking about. And when I seen this drawing, I'm 18, and I found out she was in the Young Bulls, and the things she did to me, I don't know if I was in love with her or the things that she did to me. All I know, I was in love. Now, that's all I know. Like I said, I think I was like 17, between 17 and 18. Shorty was like, she was a thick joint too. She was probably like 32, between 32, 34, Earlene Brown.
So while you running around and having fun with the women, how the hell you end up in getting your first arrest?
Now, that's crazy that you asked that. I'm gonna take you back to June of '96, hot day in Philly. The Freaknik, the Freak joint, whatever that joint used to pop off, was coming up. We trying to get money. Thank you, brother. We trying to get money. I'm gonna give you the bean. We out with the white t-shirts, jean shorts, Timbs, shit melting in our pocket. And then I don't know where the idea came from. It just came out of nowhere. Let's go rob this barbershop so we can go to the Freaknik. All because we wanted to rob a barbershop and go to the Freaknik. I ended up doing 7.5 years, and now I'll be in prison because I wanted to go to the Freaknik. Never been in trouble in my life, never been locked up, because I entertained one thought that shit don't even supposed to have the light. Gave me 7.5 years of my life. So when I first got incarcerated, it was 1996. I was 26 years old. As I was saying, we talking about we want to go to Freaknik. Ain't nobody was sliding through the cop, shit melting in our pocket. I can't remember who said what. All I know is we grabbing this, and that, and we walking this summertime, kids out in the hydrant, water ice is getting sold. We on a mission, sweating, going to this barbershop. I'm trying to figure out what this barbershop was. I can't remember. Was it 53rd and Pine? I can't remember. Because like I said, I'm 53, so that's so many years ago. But all I know is we went in there, did our thing, running down the damn street like we some New Jack City niggas running with the pistols. Yeah. Cops chasing us. I'm thinking we gonna get away because we dipping in the alleys and all this. Got caught, calling my mom and them. My pop at the time was a Freemason. This is what they told me as I'm going through the process of being incarcerated. Now, mind you, I ain't never been really incarcerated on some little chicken wing, around the corner at 55th and Pine, and I'm right out. Now I'm in some deep water. I didn't have a hammer, and now I'm in the patio. I got them things on. Now they're taking me to Roundhouse. Here I am, 26 years old, never been in trouble. I'm at the rounds. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. All the stories the old heads told me about Holmesburg and all this shit. I'm like, man, I don't believe I'm in here. So I called my people, scared as a motherfucker. I'm looking at niggas from North, West, South Philly, this, that, the third, whatever the case the fuck to be. I don't know none of you. All you suspect. All I know is I called my mom, man. My mom said, you shot the bullet, bite the bullet.
Damn.
So I'm going through prison and all this. I go through the rounds. I'm getting processed. I'm going to keep it a beam with y'all. Y'all can say what you want. I ain't never been there. Tears coming down my eyes. I'm trying to suck the shit back up, but I don't know if I'm sucking up snotty tears. All I know is niggas like, this nigga crying. I'm like, I'm trying to suck this shit up. I'm like, I don't want to take my ass. I ain't crying. Fuck this shit. I'm trying to chuck this shit up. But in my heart, I'm going to keep it a beam with y'all. I'll try to click my heels like Dorothy. I'll try and go home. But them things ain't working more. They didn't give me 11.5 and 23s. I'm like, oh, this shit getting serious.
Yeah.
Now I'm on my way to the F. I'm like, oh, shit. You got to be shitting. I'm here.
Yeah, tell us what's like that now, first day in the F.
I felt like, even though I was still home, I felt like I was erased off the map because this was a different world to me. I didn't know nobody because my brother was in the streets more than me. So I wasn't really, I ain't really know nobody. So I'm looking around like, what the fuck did I just get myself into?
Wow.
I'm seeing baggers walk around, COs beating up niggas. I'm eating a cheese sandwich and shit. And I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me. So for my first time going to a preliminary, they throwing out certain drawings. I'm so ignorant to the law because I ain't never been in trouble. All I know is I got this quarter-pointed boy named Greg Pagano. What's up, Greg? Thank you for the 7, though. I grew. Greg Pagano, some Italian boy, was my attorney. I don't know. All I know, he was doing good at the Rumble, but when they came with the uppercut, the DA said, he's a mastermind. He's been to college. We're seeking 33.5 to 75 years. I was like, who the fuck she cussing at?
Dang.
Who Listen, I'm 26 years old. I ain't even got a juvie. Who you talking about to get 33? There gotta be somebody behind me that you recognize, because you ain't talking to me. Now I know what it feel like shitting bricks. I'm like, oh shit. They said 33 and a half for 75 years on my first offense. Now check out how this quarterback sneak go. Now I told you my pop is a Mason back then. He got the suit on, the ring, the Mason ring, ball head boy. You ain't the sheriff boy. I'm in the courtroom with my brother. The sheriff come up to me like, "That's your lawyer." I'm like, "No, that's my pop." Now at the time, the judge is dead. Now I forgot his name, but the boy looked like Judge Waltman. He behind the John. I'm ignorant to whatever lane that my pop been. I'm just reaping from the benefits because he got his own notary business. I'm going to the Blue Horizon. What's up, North Philly? I hope y'all still popping with the Blue Horizon boxing. That's when my pop was taking me out there meeting fighters because he was a judge. Then next thing you know, he taking me and my brother out to AC because he a judge out there. So that's why I be saying, like, I ain't really need to be in the streets. But anywho, to get back to the court situation, that as the bailiff, the sheriff board came and asked me, was that, and I told him, no, that's my pop. My pop did some wave gesture, I guess, that only the Masons knew. Like I said, I ain't hit. So my pop did this wave gesture with his hand. And you know how that invisible door that the judge come out of, all I know is my pop went in there with him. And my brother like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. Now they're in there for a half. Now you already telling me I'm looking at 33 and 75 years. The district attorney got the guest face. Like, what the hell just happened? My pop came out there out of the half with the judge, and this is what the judge say. Mr. Kent, you never had a jail record before, and we feel as though that you could be rehabilitated, and you have a family that's well supported of you being rehabilitated. So we're sentencing you to 5 to 10 years. Now, I'm still bitching. I'm like, I ain't even worrying about the 33 and a half. I'm like, you still giving me a nickel? Damn, man. What's up, man? So here I am getting cuffed, and here I am on my way going to Greatest Street. Now, this is what really effed me up. Now, I don't know if if they still do it. All I know is being though, like I told you, I never been locked up. And I ain't never heard no words like this when I got the Greatest Street. Yo, where you want your body shipped if you don't make it? I'm like, hold up, I ain't got no enemies. Who the fuck? Like, why I ain't gonna make it? Well, you don't know who this, then this ain't promised to you. So right then and there, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that fear shit went out the door. I had to man the fuck up now. They talking about in case I don't make it. Hold up, y'all treating me like I'm some FedEx material. Like I can like y'all can get a refund. No, I'm dealing with killers and rapists, and I'm in Greatest Fort. This ain't the new Phoenix. This is the Greatest Fort.
Right.
And I'm on the old side. So I don't know what y'all talked about with this Phoenix air conditioning shit. I'm in Graders. And luckily I bumped into a few old heads that knew my pop from West Philly, and I got passes. So now I'm starting to learn jail life. I'm learning how to survive. Yeah, because if you don't learn how to survive in jail, oh yeah, I don't know what you into, but they're gonna tell you what you gotta do. Yeah, you better in jail. Like I said, the fear had to go because the hyenas can smell it. So that had to go. So what I did, I just became me. And when I became me, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to just be me. And being me is, fuck it, Shelly's son. May her rest in peace, my mother. I ain't fronting for nobody. I ain't going to say I ain't never did this. Fuck this. I don't know. Oh, y'all know explanation. This is who I am. So, and you know what I mean? And no, that ain't Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd. I'm saying it. This is who I am. You accept me for who I am, or I'm cool. And then as I learned how to be myself, because I was around real motherfuckers that wasn't with the bullshit, that had a lot of tick to do, you know what I mean? I learned, you know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about you got 5 to 10 when a nigga got a 10 to 20. Don't talk about you got a 10 to 20 when a nigga got a 20 to 40, thus forth. So I was taught that, you know, you going home soon, regardless if it's a nickel 3 years. Nobody want to hear that. Some people ain't never going home.
So
Yes, sir.
You got to give me one wild story from in prison.
About 8 o'clock at night, summer night, back in Albion and stuff, you know, they say medication
Where?
line. Now back then, you know, Albion was wide open. You know, you can migrate and meet people and do what you got to do. So I'm going, you know, to just take the walk because, you know, I'm tired of being on the block. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stretch my legs. My man from North, I ain't gonna put his name out there. My man from North, he comes to me and slide me a log. Now, a log is a cigarette where you can just do things back in the day with money. You can do haircuts by a tree, whatever your case may be. So, you know, Newports and it's nothing but paper money in jail. This is what my man told me and gave me a log. Yo, B, take this log. I'm about to go fuck Bull. Well, you ready to go fuck him up? No, I'm about to go fuck Bull and here go a log to make sure nobody slide up on me. So here I am being a standout while my man, yeah, I'm gonna say while my man was pounding this homosexual. Now here I am, I'm fucked up because I'm like, when did I become the lookout for the homos? No disrespect to them, but I'm just ain't into it because, you know, I got a sister that's, you know, that's gay. I got cousins that's gay, so I ain't got no disrespect to them. I got cool homies that I grew up. Yes, sir.
So after, you know, you did your bid, you know, and got dug in, so it's time to make parole. So what was that like coming home?
To give y'all a scenario, parole and all that, I'm gonna give you the bean. Just as well a car man sell itself for you to buy that ride. I sold myself, and when I mean I sold myself, and it's effed up because the things that I told parole, I thought I really believed in it, but like I said, when I got out, I was amazed. I'm looking at billboards move. I'm scared. I didn't even know how to utilize a remote control for the TV. Because I'm so used to being confined in this camp area because it was so small. It's like the projects, you know what I'm saying? If you're confined in the projects, that's what you're used to. But so I was confined to being incarcerated in a whatever 10 by 12 or 8 by 14, whatever that cell is. So that is the normality for the next 7.5 years of my mentality and my vision and my space capacity was. So this is where I believe that the genesis of OCD became because, you know, being though that I was in a confined space, you wanted to keep it neat as possible. You didn't want to be cluttered. Now some people got their stuff cluttered, to just honest again. But I believe, you know, that's where the OCD kicked in for me, where I just became a neat freak. You know what I'm saying? I think I taught Martha Stewart how to be neat.
What was it like adjusting back to society? Was it a challenge or was it easy peasy lemon squeezy?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I sold myself to parole because I know what they wanted to hear. And though when I was incarcerated, I was blessed with a young lady that became my wife and became the mother of my first son. And being though I'm from West Philly, and being though at that time I was deep into 5% Nation of Islam. Shout out to y'all, no disrespect. You know, my swag was at 100, and when I say my swag, I ain't talking about clothes wear. I'm talking about my tongue, literature, the way I deliver shit was impossible to refuse or believe me. So here I am thinking that I redefined myself and changed, and no, for real, I was just a wolf in sheep clothing. Because I started doing, and now check this out. I started doing old shit. Now how deep this get? I started doing old shit in a new way because I was in a new city. So the delivery of me being from Philly and they, you know what I'm saying? Back then, Erie, PA wasn't really getting migrated with Philly. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like us. It was a playground.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, fast forwarding today, how would you say how's life now for you?
Being through the stuff that I told y'all that I went through, such as putting women through stuff, and yes, I don't want to brag about that because it was a certain woman that's my baby mom that I got a dose of my own medicine, and this is the first woman that ever hurt me, and it took me 9 months to get through it. Yeah, I said 9 months, the same way as a baby got to be born. I had to be reborn. It took me 9 months to get over this woman, because this woman and I had 2 kids. We was together for 14 years. And in my mind, I thought, that we could reunite, like the damn song, but it was a whole different lane for her. So I had to accept that. And once I accepted that, I started really understanding what I needed in life, what I didn't want in life, who I needed in life. But the thing about it, I didn't know how to get to it. I didn't, what I'm saying? My thoughts were scattered. I knew what I wanted and what I needed, but I didn't know how to put the puzzle together. And what that was I wasn't having God in my life as I should, because I'm a God-fearing man and I come from a God-fearing family. And at the end of the day, I don't have to worry about nothing. I could just pray to him and he could reveal things. So I just stopped worrying and things started coming to me, and being migrated back into society, being though I still got that gift, to talk and all that. But my thing is I'm very sociable and I love to talk. But I like to get to meet new people, because the more I get to meet new people, the more I learn about myself. You only can learn about yourself when you understand other people. And what I mean by that is you're not alone about certain categories that you did in life or that you win in life. People are scared to admit certain things, and this is not really identifying who you are. There's nothing wrong with saying I was scared or I effed up or something like that. You're not perfect. You supposed to fuck up.
And in closing, what you want the people to know about you?
I just want y'all to know that I'm just like y'all. I struggle. I go through temptations, but you gotta understand what I've really learned. Every thought don't deserve that light. And I learned that from a good brother by the name of Ivan Bingham, who I was locked up with, very wise brother. So I just want to let y'all know, man, allow yourself to go through mistakes. You're not a failure. You're not a failure. You got to go through mistakes to grow, to be the woman or the man that you need to be. Because if you don't go through that, then you're not going to be wise. You're going to be stagnated. You're not going to be stagnated. Learn from your mistakes. Don't carry them, just learn. And always remember this: never take old luggage on new trips.
Now, I like this John because it's so jazzy too.
Love me now like you love you when I die. I ain't never ever seen a ribbon in the sky. I hear what you're saying, but to me, words are lies. Learn a person's habits, that's where the truth lies.